Alright guys, we're going to enter into the eBay room. You thought the garage was bad if you've been watching my garage series. This is what probably a year and a half of neglect will do to an eBay room. Let me explain what's going on. Alright guys, here's the problem. When Grandma moved in over here, we could not do anything over here. So I basically shut the eBay down. And the only thing I've been selling is the stuff that was left over. I haven't put anything new on in a year probably. And this room has become a cluttered mess. Because basically I saved boxes because I know when I start it back up, you're going to need them. And well, to be honest, I did so good on the garage, I decided let's go ahead and get this clean so I can start selling again in here. This is my little office area in here. And this, I did go last weekend and bought some stuff and paid like $40 for all these Warcraft books. And I hit a jackpot with it. These things are worth some big bucks. I'll get more into that later as I put them on. But I got to get room to work in here. So I'm going to clean every bit of this in the next couple of days. I did find a guy that's moved a lot of our garbage for us before. And he's going to be coming over. It's either going to be Friday or Saturday to pick up that big mess in the garage. So I figured what better time to add stuff to it. So I'm going to go through this stuff, and if it's not something I'm going to put on, I'm getting rid of it. So let's see what we can do. Alright guys, stage one is done. It'll take me about 20 minutes. This is so far the trash I got to go throw out in the pile. And I got the boxes all put up. In case you're not aware, on eBay you ship everything, so I collect boxes anywhere I get them. Most of these came to our front door, I'm sure, over time. I do buy some of the larger boxes. There's some hidden back there. And I have smaller ones up front. But these are also the oddball size stuff that you need. And I've got such a collection of them right now, it's because I'm not really selling. I make a sale probably twice a week, so it's not something to be proud of. As you can see, my handy dandy board. I thought I'd be starting to begin this month, but Grandma was still not out. We're still not sure. But as you can see the listings over there, I have listed nothing. And I really didn't for pretty much all of last year and pretty much, well, none this year. So I usually sell 1 to 2 things a week, but that's doing absolutely nothing. And trust me, my store is dead as it can be right now. When you're not selling on there or doing work on your eBay every day, they just don't push people to your store. So anyhow, if we get started back, but I got to get this office clean so that I can get room to move in here. I only work about an hour a day in eBay stuff, even when I'm making money. My goal is to make about $23,000 a year. Because this year is the first year I'm going to get a Social Security check. Can you believe it? Believe it or not, it starts on the 18th of this month. So I forget what today's date is, but it's close to the 18th, so I get my first check. So I can only make $23,000 at another job. A year. But that's generally what I pull in with eBay. I think my first year here doing eBay, I made about $26,000. And at the time, I was working about an hour a day. Pretty much 7 days a week, and then on Saturdays and a little bit on Fridays I'd spend maybe 4 hours on Saturday and probably 2 or 3 on Fridays, just out buying stuff, hitting the garage sales and the thrift stores. So we'll see what we got to do this year. It's a little harder to sell on eBay now, I believe, than when I started. That was about 3 or 4 years ago. But anyhow, like I said, I want to get everything moved around. This big black bunch of boxes here in the middle, I think I'm going to get this out of here. This has been, what I'm doing is this is stuff I buy at the garage sales that I haven't listed yet. But I find this way it becomes kind of a death pile. I just let stuff just kind of sit, you know, and you get around to it when you do. A lot of the stuff been sitting up here forever. So I think I'm going to get this out of here. And I think when I do my new renovation to my shop, this is going to have a place for it there. I've got boxes here for all these spots that are missing. And I think what I'm going to do is like set it up with like this one will be a plumbing box. And this one will be electrical. And then that way I'll have stuff, you know, every time I buy something, I have something left over in my shop area. And then that way I'll have a neat place for it. It'll just be sitting there and I'll know where it's at and be able to get to it real quick. So yeah, let me carry on and let's see how much farther we can get.
3,000 years later.
All right, guys, it hadn't been 3,000 years later, but it's been a while. But basically got the eBay room kind of clean. So let me show you what I got. This all looks pretty good now. I started noticing my A and B box is still full of stuff, so I don't know why. I guess I'll run a sell on those and get rid of that stuff. Anyhow, boxes are still pretty neat up. I've left this in here temporarily. It is definitely going to go in the shop. I got to get some cars out of there before I can put it in there though. So this is all stuff still got to be listed on eBay. And I was going to clean this table off, but then I realized, you know, this is all got to be listed, so this will motivate me to start listing faster. All these other shelves are where I put everything that's for sale. And speaking of for sale, I can't remember exactly. I think it's 268 items I've got up right now. Which be everything on that, and then everything in the boxes back here. I'm going to definitely put another row or two of boxes of shelving. And of course these books. And I've got a bunch of new little cabinets I got from Grandma. So anyhow, and then this cabinet here is absolutely empty, I believe. I don't think there's anything in there. No, just some garbage bags. So this will be holding stuff that's been put on too. I just hadn't needed it yet. So it's coming. These little tiny drawers, they work out good for the little stuff. I sell a lot of these sunglass cases. Not a lot of money, but they sell pretty good, as you can tell. A little office area. It's looking pretty good now. I can actually maneuver in here. This is basically as good as this is going to get. This is just my camera equipment over here, and you'll see like old cassette tapes that don't mean anything, but that's like when I test radios and stuff when I buy them. This is where I take my photographs. It works well. The old head over there is for the cap. I'm really low on stuff right here. I just ordered a ton of poly bags. The smaller ones, these are the ginormous ones up here. These are my most popular boxes. I put stuff like hats and stuff in those, so I just ordered another row of those. Those were free through eBay. I get those. I get $25 every quarter from eBay. It's another popper size 10 by 8 by 6. And on this side, I usually keep my 4 by 4 by 4 boxes and my 6 by 6 by 6 boxes. I'm out basically at both, but I just ordered new, so they'll be here in the next couple of days. Tape still looking good, and bubble wrap. I got another big roll in the other room. All this mess under here, basically what that is, that's just my wrapping paper and stuff. It's stuff my wife brings home from work. It works out great here. It's just great for stuffing the boxes. I did clear off my calendar. Got April ready because this is where I'm going to start the store back open on April the 1st. No, not April Fool's. I did update my little sales. That's pathetic. 198 in January and 72 in February. March I can't do yet because it hadn't quite finished. I think today's the 28th, I believe. No, it's the 29th. So won't be much longer. And I'll put that up there. It should be in the $100 range, I guess. My store costs like, I can't remember, it's $25 or $30 to stay, to run my store. So basically breaking even, but that's all right. I ordered the poly mailers through eBay. They're cheaper and the boxes, so that works out pretty good. Let me show you a couple of things. All right, guys, I just thought I'd tell you a little bit. You know, I get a bunch of feedbacks, and eBay keeps up with all that, and it's pretty important to us. It pushes our views to the store. And I was just looking at mine the last 12 months, which is really pitiful because I haven't done anything to the store, but I had 121 positive, 2 neutral, and 0 negative. The negatives kind of hurt you. The neutral doesn't really mean anything. These 2 neutrals, I believe, were a lady that didn't like the way her pants fit. So that's somehow my fault. You know, I don't know. Not a big deal. She liked them, just thought they were tight, and she normally wears a 6, and that just wasn't the right size. You know, it's like, but they were size 6, so maybe she got a little bigger. I don't know. She kept them anyhow. That's all that matters. I thought I would also let you see a little bit of the feedback that I get. Some of it's really, really good, and some of it's just good. Great. You know, it depends on how people are feeling that day. I'm kind of the same way when I send my feedback to the people I buy. All right, guys, this video is getting a little long. Basically, I just want to see, this is not going to become an eBay channel, but I just wanted to show y'all what's going on and what I'm doing. It also, it'd be kind of interesting to see how we do in April. I don't expect April to be a very big month for me, to be honest with you. It takes a little while to get the store crank back up. And I'd like to get up to at least 500 items for sale. Anyhow, we'll see how it goes. And this is summer slowdown in the eBay world. It seems like beginning of summer, everybody kind of gets outside and quits worrying about their computers and their cell phones. So it may start a little slow, but I think we can get it going again. And I'll give y'all updates every once in a while just so you can see how the store is going. And if there's a lot of people wanting to see it, we'll start doing a lot of eBay. So we'll see how it goes out. We'll probably be in the shop here pretty soon, and definitely got to get started in that garden. Talk to you guys later.